All right, welcome to the call. I hadn't seen you guys in so long. Oh my goodness. I cannot believe it's been this long that we haven't seen each other. Go ahead, state your name and where you're calling from. Welcome to the call. Welcome, welcome.
Juarez and Vivian White calling in from Rocharon, Texas.
Ah, welcome, welcome, welcome. Good to have you on.
Houston, Texas.
Who's that from Houston, Texas?
Carmen, Cerpas.
Oh, hey, Carmen, how you doing?
Awesome.
Good to have you on. Good to see you. Who else do we have out there? Welcome. I hadn't seen you guys in geez, so long. Of course, you guys.
Salima and Will from Albany, New York.
New York is in the house. If you can make it in New York, you can make it anywhere. Now, y'all are wondering why I'm so turned up and fired up right now. I'm gonna tell you, I'm just be candid. I messed around and had some keto energy and washed it down with skinny brew coffee. And then to clear out the taste, I've been drinking Hydrate and Super Reds. So I'm on a whole nother level right now. Right now, I feel like I could do another 15 presentations. But anyway, that's a whole different story. Plus, I got some other great news today that's just, it's incredible. But anyhow, go ahead and state your name, where you're calling from. Love to say hello to you. Welcome you to the call. I see Tracy Fisher over there. What's up, bro?
What's up, my brother? How are you, sir? Miss Nina Moore, hello, my partner.
Hey.
Hey, guys.
Bivens, I see you on here. What's up? Hey, I'm Amber Todd. Welcome. Good to have you guys on.
Pamela Ferguson, Dallas, Texas.
P. Ferguson is in the house. Welcome. Who else do we have over there? Welcome to the Monday Mastermind session. We have this each and every single Monday. You are welcome to bring your keto coffee, your skinny brew coffee. You're welcome to bring your keto energy, your super red, super greens. Bring it all. Bring it all. Bring it all. Make sure you grab your notepads, your pens, your charts, your calendars, all the above. Tonight's going to be special. We're going to be talking about some great things tonight. A couple of things I want to get you prepared for. Number one, we're going to cover the fundamentals of inviting. We'll talk about, you know, what to say to invite a person to take a look. We call it piquing a person's interest, you know, even messages that you want to send out to people on Facebook and how to leverage that. Jennifer Nivens is going to be covering that tonight. Look at her. She's like, what? Yes, she'll be covering. Welcome to the call. But we'll talk about that. We're going to talk about inviting as well. Also, Tracy Fisher is going to be talking about three-way calling. How to do a proper three-way call, the edification behind it, the purpose behind it as well. And then, of course, Nina is going to be talking about some structural things. Some of us, there's some things that we need to know so we can maximize what we're already doing. Many of you are doing the work, but you're doing it and you're getting the results of addition. And sometimes it's just all about strategy, whereas those results can be multiplied. And so she's going to be talking a lot about multiplying the results that we have. So we've got some topics to talk about. Those of you that are in the chat, let me make sure I've got the chat available. Any questions that come up tonight in terms of what we're discussing, you can put those in the chat. I think the chat is open. Yeah, the chat is open. You can put those in the chat. But anyhow, welcome to the call. Glad to have you guys on. It's 8:04 p.m. Central Standard Time. Make sure you're sending out those last-minute text messages or whatever it is, posting in your groups, letting people know about the Mastermind session. I'm really excited about what's taking place. Obviously, Nina, did you get that screenshot I just sent you from Patillo? Okay, so all right, good. Yes, I agree, Nina. I agree, but you know, we'll see. We'll see how we'll work around it if it's possible. But anyhow, one of the things we just talked about, me and Nina were talking about, is the boost pack options are no longer available. What do I mean by that is, you know how we normally talk about getting started for $299, getting started for $589. Those are not available at the point of enrollment. So I believe what he's saying, Nina, is they can do it or they've got to customize that pack. Is that what we're saying?
Yeah, so you can still add. So here's what I do. I add the products to a person's cart as if I'm shopping for them first.
Okay.
Right? So let's just say I'm signing up Coach Juarez. And Coach Juarez knows that he's going to buy some products. We're going to buy 2 bags of Skinny Brew coffee. We're going to get some greens, some reds. We add that to the cart first. Then if you scroll all the way down to the bottom of the page, in very fine print, you'll see become a distributor.
Mm-hmm.
If you hit that, the products will already be in the cart, because it's much more difficult to be in the join now, trying to put their information in, and then you got to come out to add the products. But if you add the products first, then go down, become a distributor, the products will automatically be in the cart.
Okay, is there any way you can share screen on that, Nina, and walk them through, if that's possible? We can come back to you.
I can.
But I want people to see that, because, you know, what we're finding out is there's so many moving parts that if people understood them a lot better, it'll really be a tremendous blessing for what they're already doing. So guys, look at your screen right now. Please take notes on this. Don't take this for granted when you're enrolling a distributor. And the reason why I want to talk about this is because, Pam, I'm going to bring you on. I want you to really highlight some of the aha moments you had when we had our discussion today, really about incomes, how the income is derived in the business and the checks. Okay, guys, look at the screen here. Go ahead, Nina, walk us through it.
I'm just going to add the product to the cart.
Okay.
What? Something just happened in here. Go back. I'm going to add another product. Let's add a Radiance. I like skincare because it's pretty dope in volume. All right, now those products are in my cart. As you can see, if you go back up to the top, it says I have 2 products in the cart. You see that to the right-hand side? Does everybody see that?
Yes.
Where the little shopping bag is? There's 2 products there. Now, what I do is I take and I scroll all the way down to the bottom, and does everybody see where it says become a distributor?
Yep.
Click that. Join now. Bam. Add this to the cart, and I'm going to show you. Once you hit the $99 kit, you see the other products are already in there. So you see that I've got the items in my cart. On now it says I got 13 items in my cart. And the reason why it says I got 13 items in the cart is because you got 10 digital credits.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see that? So it's already in the cart. So you always add the product first, and you'll see, and then you go right on through enrolling. You see I'm right back. I'm right here in the enrollment screen. But here you can see the products are in the cart. Everybody see that price down there?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the simplest way to do it. Add the products first, scroll all the way down to become a distributor, and those products will remain in the cart. So that's $99 plus the cost of the 2 products that I added.
Got it. Got it.
Does everybody see that? And of course, we're looking at, you know, and we'll talk about the other stuff, the customer thing, the volume after that.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
Pam, let's pick up with you, Pam. Come on to the line. Talk about, and guys, this is so important. One of the things that you've got to keep in mind is everybody's business is different, okay? And what I mean by that is when you look at the top 150 earners, not all top 150 earners are ambassadors. You got it? Not all top 150 are ambassadors. Some of them are presidentials. You have some people that are in the top 150 that are triples. What does that mean? Your title doesn't mean that you're making the most money. And what that means specifically is what determines the amount of money you're earning is the volume you're producing. And not only the volume you're producing, in the It Works business, for those of you that have experience in other companies, I call it the transactions that are taking place. So what I've surmised the compensation plan down is to 2 things: volume and transactions. All right, let's talk about volume. Volume is, you know, the volume that's being generated from purchases from loyal customers and distributors purchasing products on your team, and you override it. Does everybody get that? Right? So that's volume. Transactions have to do with what you are personally involved with, meaning your fast start bonuses, right? That would be a transaction. So if I recruit Pamela Ferguson into the business, Pamela Ferguson puts on 6 loyal customers, I get a $150 fast start. So the amount of my fast starts, I can be having so many fast starts, which means that my earnings would be a lot more or a lot higher than somebody that's at my rank or even higher than me, but my transactions are more than theirs. Therefore, my income is larger than theirs. Does that make sense? Even so, when you look at what we call the diamond leadership bonuses or what we call the coded plan, right? So when you're putting on loyals, I can sponsor, I sponsor Pam, Pam sponsors Carmen. Carmen can enroll her 6 loyal customers, and Carmen is in my diamond code, right? So I'll get I don't get the fast start from Carmen because I didn't sponsor Carmen, but I do get the $80 diamond leadership bonus. Or if she's in my double diamond, I get the 120. You understand? So the transactions in the business will also increase your overall income. Pam, talk to us about your aha moments today, and just be as candid as you can.
Well, so we recently hit our Ruby rank, in that first check for Ruby. I admitted to you earlier today that I was a little disappointed. I expected more, but then it made me go and start looking at how we, really how we get paid. And then that second time we got a check, it was higher, but I instantly thought about, the fast start bonuses. But the more Mr. Wilkins talked about the customers and, how it's not set by rank, I thought I knew those things, but what I was doing was connecting for the people that I hear that have earned all this money, I connected it with their rank. Maybe they was pushing for a higher rank and they didn't quite get it. So they got paid all this money off of all this volume because they missed the rank. They got paid big time over here. So as we were speaking, I started to realize, oh my God, it is. Now I see where the customers make a huge deal in the company. I thought I understood because I do go for customers, but I wasn't, I realized today that I really didn't get it. So now I understand when we go through the opportunity call and you you talk about the comp plan. Now it's clear to me, because I'm gonna be honest, I used to feel like, oh my God, I really don't want them to go over the comp plan because everybody's not gonna get this $500 Ruby money. And I didn't want to face that conversation. And now I understand why we can talk about the comp plan the way that we do.
Yeah.
Can I add something to that? I'm
yes,
sorry.
Please.
Okay, let me, because customers are my jam. All right, so listen, you can earn more than $500 a month as a Ruby. What has to happen, everyone, is that's why it's so important. You should write this down, that the first 3 people that you enroll need to be your personally sponsored people. You need to write a list. You need to launch your business, and you need to do it like your life depends on it. If you have not done it, then you need to do it. Start over, push the reset button. Because a lot of people, and I said this last week, they're upset that, oh, my check wasn't $500. I'm a Ruby, and I'm gonna tell people that, it's supposed to be, it does calculate right with the fast start bonuses. And it's even bigger now because we do not lose sponsorship of our loyal customers. You should write that down. We do not lose sponsorship of our loyal customers. So let's just say last month, I believe what I say, Mr. Williams, I enrolled like 38 loyal customers, right? Mm-hmm. Now the month before that, I enrolled like 26 or something like that. So I enrolled enough loyal customers to move that I had covered my account with 8, not 6. See, the company says 6, but I do 8 because you always want to keep 1 or 2 in the tuck for if someone cancels or if someone upgrades to a business partner. So I put 8 in my husband's, 8 in mine, 8 in my daughter's, right? After I made sure we had secured 8, 8, and 8, the following month when I enrolled 38 loyal customers or whatever it was, I then started moving those underneath me because now we do not lose sponsorship, which means you earn 15% of the order that's placed from that loyal customer, and you get paid off the volume. That should be moved under you, not at you. So if I enroll, let me see if I can, I'm gonna try to draw it out like this. Let me grab a piece of paper from my friend.
God, pay attention to this. And here's the thing, guys, in the chat, if it's not, I mean, sometimes you got to hear something. Well, I'll speak for me. Sometimes I've got to hear it and I've got to see it. This is why I always say constant communication. Constant communication with your coach is so important. There are different elements to the business that you've got to see and you've got to hear multiple times before you get it. I'm going to put you on the spotlight here. Nina, go forth.
All right, so when you come in and you enroll your first 3 business partners or not, right? I am encouraging that these first 3 be yours, right? But let's just say, because remember, you also want to make sure you're getting the bigger percentage off of your distributors on your front line. What's happening is you're waiting to enroll, and let's just say someone gets sponsored by Nina Moore. Well, I'm an enroller. I'm a person who enrolls a lot of people, and what I will do, and everybody's, listen, don't knock one leader's style versus another, but I am a mass enroller. So I will enroll and place, but I do expect for someone else to now, I need you to help me work with that person. I need you to help them start their business, get them ready for their launch call. I'll do the launch. I'll do the 3 ways, but get them ready for the launch. Let's share the responsibility because I am sharing my income with you, right? But so if you don't put your first 3 in, when you put yours in and now they got to go under mine, now your new partners are on your second level. They're not on your first level. They're still enrolled to you, but they're now dropped on level 2 or 3 or 4. So now you're wondering, well, what's going on with my income? Why is my check not looking the way I want it to look? Because they're not front line to you. They're not front line. All right, now, the month that Pamela, I enrolled those 38 customers, right? So let's just say this is me or whomever, right? And now I put my 8 customers to me. I don't need another 38 customers and that volume sitting at me and I'm trying to go Ruby. But what I do now is I take in the first that maybe I had 6 and I'm gonna say, well, I'm gonna move them down here. Now I am not gonna get fast start bonuses for Bobby right here because Bobby does need to get his own 6. But guess what I will get? I will get the cab. I will get the cab. So you do get cabs for moving your loyals, but you do not get fast starts.
Right.
And you only get cab bonuses after Diamond once you enroll new people.
Right.
So just think now, let's just say this person is a Diamond right here. And then let's just say this leg right here starts enrolling like crazy. They put in 50 new business partners and all of them went and got 6 loyal customers. You do not get paid off of that in your Diamond cab bonuses. No. Your sponsor, whoever's coded to that. Now, let's just say you've gone Diamond, right? Now you've gone Diamond and you start enrolling new people, even if they fall down under here, anyone you enroll after Diamond is when the cab bonuses kick in, not your old lineages. Does this make sense? Yes. Okay.
Yes, it makes a lot of sense. And ladies and gentlemen, here, I've heard people say, well, I'm gonna wait to bring in my good people until I go Diamond. You're not gonna go Diamond.
Nope.
I've heard people tell me that. Well, I don't want to give up my people. I don't want to give up my good people. I'm like, you're missing it. You're still going to get paid in the uni level on all of the volume from those people. So you will never lose them. They will always be a part of your team. It's just, remember, I talked about transactions, right? When you look at transactions, the transactions will be in a part of your transactions are your Diamond leadership bonuses. Now, let's stay in this same vein of enrolling customers. I want to go over to Jennifer Nivens. because Jennifer is great when it comes to enrolling customers as well. And I want her to talk about, Jennifer, talk about the strategy. What is your strategy for enrolling customers? Because we got some folks on here, y'all know how to enroll distributors like crazy. Y'all just slanging distributor kits all over the place, and I'm sick and tired of. Not I'm just kidding. But I really want you guys to get some help in just in terms of your awareness of how to attract more customers, because we're talking about customers and you're like, man, Jared, I want to get customers. Who don't want customers, but how do I get them? Nivens, please talk to us about how to leverage social media, what you're saying, what you're posting. Is it in your stories? It is on your page. Are you texting? Are you faxing some stuff out? What are you doing to get some awareness for customers here?
Absolutely. Hello. So it's a variety of things. From yes, I'm constantly and consistently posting in my stories every single day, whether it's me making coffee, whether it's me doing my celery, whether it's me taking my hair vitamins and doing a boomerang. You have to be consistent with it being in your stories, because somebody like me and majority of people on social media, especially on Instagram, they just go to their stories and they go through and they watch all their stories. They rarely scroll. So you have to be visible in your stories, or else you'll get put further behind, and to the point that a lot of people will not see whatever you're even posting. So you want to make sure that you're consistent in your stories, but also that you're posting on your page, on your Facebook page, on your Instagram, especially on your Facebook page, every single day, something about the business opportunity or the products. And I want to say, whenever you're posting, you don't ever want to post back to back it work stuff. You want to break it up, because that alone right there, people will quickly unfollow you or maybe unfriend you because they say, oh my gosh, here they come again, salesy, spammy. Break it up. Still talk about whatever your hobbies are, your family, your selfies and cooking and inspirational and funny stuff and TikToks, and still put that in, but also break it up by dropping in a business opportunity, dropping in a great before and after, dropping in a new sale in between. So make sure if you've already put something up about the business, then you want your next post to be something different. Because again, when people start scrolling through, that tells Facebook, well, these people are not interested in what they have to offer. So that decreases your engagement. And so another thing that's working really, really well for my team and I the past 2 months is what's called host to post. And so loyal customers have been coming in left and right with that. But again, even with host to post, it opens up your business to way more people on social media that's outside of your immediate following. But even then, these people are going to come and turn around to look at your page. And so if they look at your page, do you have a page, a profile that's inviting, that's going to tell people, okay, I want to know what Nina is about. I want to know more about what Coach Juarez is about, because somebody is posting about them. And whenever you're commenting and saying, hey, check your inbox, I just sent you some information, they're going to want to know. I always do. People are going to turn around and look at your page to see what you're about. And if they see you as salesy, if they see you as spammy, or even if they see nothing about the business opportunity or nothing about the products on your page or in your stories, that could be a turnoff for people. And so congratulations, Stephanie. Awesome. And so, so yeah, what's going amazing for us is I'm consistently posting in my stories, and I post what I'm using. And so customers buy what they see me using. And so I'm able to upsell, Skinny Brew, and I'm able to upsell to the celery, and I'm able to upsell to the Thermophyte because they see me using it. And then they ask me, okay, what else do you recommend for me? And so it's very, very important that you are consistently posting. You have to get out of that shy phase where I'm worried about what people will think. Well, those people are not paying your bills, okay? So get out of the shy phase about, well, I don't know what to post, or I'm afraid to post. You can look at different leaders' pages and kind of get ideas. There's also a Facebook group called the Posting Club. If you kind of want to know more about how to post, and you need good pictures and you need good content and wording, then you can definitely go to that page and kind of check out some different ideas and different examples on how you want to word and use your posting without being salesy. So if you're looking for amazing before and after pictures, Pinterest is amazing, but also the Posting Club is also really good. What I do is if I see a great picture, I save it to my phone. I save the wording to my inbox. I inbox myself in Messenger, whatever I want to use. I tweak up the wording a little bit, and then maybe that's something I'll post in the morning or in the afternoon. Never, 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 ever, never. If you see somebody post something on here or anywhere on social media, do not immediately copy and paste that to your page. Okay? Give it a couple of hours, but not only that, tweak it, change some emojis, change the verbiage up a little bit, because whenever you copy and paste and immediately post what you just saw somebody else post, that decreases not only your engagement and views, but it decreases the original poster. And so to be fair for everyone, make sure you give it some time. You can still use it, but just wait a couple of hours, or I like to just use it the next day. Okay, so just save it to use it the next day. But just a couple of things is definitely sharing the opportunity. If you like and comment on something that I'm sharing about the business opportunity or the products, then I'm shooting you a message. Hey girl, thanks for the love on my post. Not sure if you were interested, but did you want some more information about XYZ? I'm going to inbox you. You showed me some love. Jennifer is going to be in your inbox. And a lot of those times people may not comment, but they're like, yeah, I've been actually meaning to reach out to you. But it took me being the first one to say, hey, thanks for the love. Were you interested? That they are like, yeah, could you tell me more about it? And I signed so many customers that way. And then of course, when you're on in your stories, there's so many different engagement tools that you can use, such as the polls, such as the questions, such as the, swipe up, and different things like that. Because again, if you are consistently posting, consistently exposing people to what you offer, it's going to be that one time, that one day that they're going to remember, oh yeah, I remember she posted about something with weight loss and these quarantine snacks are getting the best of me. Let me go ahead and message her about it. But it's going to be the person who is consistently in front of the people whenever they're on social media. You want to be in the front of people's minds. And so make sure every single day you are sharing about the opportunity, you are going live, you are in your stories, and you are messaging. The person who messages the most wins. Okay, the person who reaches out and approaches people the most always wins when it comes to social media. And yes, and whenever you reach out to them, I constantly take mine off social media. And so I reach them on social media, but then I'm able to say, hey, here's my number, text me your number. And then I'll say, when is a good time to call? And then I get them off of social media, but I'm able to find them on social media, get them off, and it's just candid conversation about, yeah, girl, so this is what the Thermofite has done for me. I'll shoot you over some information. I'm texting them before and after pictures, and it's really casual. I'm not being salesy. It's, hey, so yeah, you saw me post this. My team and I, we have been able to lose an average of XYZ. So tell me what your goal is and tell me what your budget is. And I'm able to then turn around and create something that fits them. Because although they may have seen something about the Thermofite, we may realize that they need greens and that they need, something else. And if I know their budget, I'm able to not just strictly stick them to one product, but I'm able to put a package together for them that's actually going to help them see and get results. But also you are able to get volume. You're not just sticking them to that one product.
Well, I appreciate that. How many of y'all got some great ideas from there? There was a website. What is it? Posting groups, or what did you say, Jennifer?
Yeah, the Posting Club. It's on social media. The
Posting Club.
If you search for a Posting Club on Facebook.
Okay. All right. Thank you for that.
I'll go through and I'll just start adding random people, and y'all can add each other.
All right, guys. Let's jump on that and be able to use that to really galvanize and get this word out about these products. Because here's the thing: people are looking for what we have to offer. So we're not marketing or promoting or pushing products or service that people have no interest in. They just don't know they just don't know you have it to offer. So we want to make sure that wherever the people are, we are there. It's no longer good enough in this I guess in this era of business to be at the right place at the right time. You need to be at all places at all times. Okay. So Tracy Fish, I'm gonna bring you on. Talk about three-way calls. I know we've for those of us that have been in the profession for a while, three-way calls has been the lifeblood of the business. But talk about the power of a three-way call, the purpose of a three-way call, and how to use a three-way call to really move this process along the path here.
Hey, partner, can you hear me?
Yes, and we can see you. Go ahead, partner.
Absolutely. Can you guys see the screen as well, Mr. Wilkins?
Yes, we can.
You know what's amazing, guys, is that I love the fact that our team is so diverse with how we do business. I love the fact that we are leveraging social media. Miss Jennifer, thank you so much. My goodness, I've learned so much from that little piece because a lot of our training, a lot of our skill set have come from the old way of building the business. And I never want to shy away from the old way of building, but at the same time, I also wanted to incorporate the new things of business as well, because the new network marketing, guys, is so different. It's so different for me. It's so different from a lot of our leadership. But I will tell you this here, guys, we never want to go away from the foundational part of the business, which is three-way calling. It's talking to people that you already know. So one of the things I wanted to share with you, especially if you're a brand new business partner, as you're writing down your contact list, your names of people that you know, I want you to categorize your list of names when you're talking to them. So categorize your list of names, because you don't put everyone on a three-way phone call with your senior partner. You don't put everyone, but there are certain people that you put on a three-way phone call. And I'm gonna give you a little bit of language really of what to say to do the transitional three-way call with your partner, with your senior partner. So when you're writing down your list of names, I want you to categorize your list as what I call a red. Categorize your list. So you're going to identify people who are what's called reds. These are people that you personally know and they are very successful in business, whether it's a pastor, whether it is a proud business owner, someone who's very, very successful, and they almost make you a little bit afraid to call them and talk to them. Well, you put that person's name and just put an R next to their name. That is a red. Then you're going to identify someone as what's called a green or a high green. A high green is someone that is on your contact list and they're very motivated. You know, they always talk about getting out of the rat race. They're always talking about, when you have a conversation with them, they're motivated to do something different, right? And then you have what's called a green. So you have a high green, someone who's self-motivated, someone who is very eager to get out of their situation. Then you're going to have what's called a green. A green is someone who's just on maybe your social or economical level, right? But here's the thing I know about a green. Sometimes the green person can be someone who is very challenging to get in front of the information. So you may pique their interest. You may ask them, are they open to earning some additional cash flow, right? Are they open to earning some additional cash flow? So you may ask them that particular question, and they know a little bit about you. They know too much about you. If they know a lot about you per se, ladies and gentlemen, they may not be as open because they know that, you may be a junky person. They know that you just borrowed some money from them last week or something like that. So one of the things that I always recommend when you're piquing their interest is you do edification and you talk highly about someone else that you're working with. Case in point, I had sponsored a young lady in the business, and here's the thing that I did. I actually taught her this particular part in terms of bringing me online to talk to a certain person that she felt was going to be good at doing this. Because my prior background, Mr. Wilkins, is in the insurance industry. She wanted me to talk to this particular person who was in the insurance industry. Well, here's the typical flow of doing that, ladies and gentlemen. Watch this. Here's the typical flow. If I pique someone's interest and I ask them, are you open to making some serious money outside of what you're doing, or are you open to increasing your cash flow? And they say yes to me. What I want to do is utilize our system as a sifter. Here's what I mean. If I send someone, just remember this term, if I send you the link, would you watch it today? If I send you this link, would you watch this today for me? So if I send you visioncarrier.com, which explains 6 minutes on what we do, right? And you take a look at it, then here's how I'm going to transition into a three-way phone call. Hey, Pam, how are you, Pam? Great, awesome. Listen, real quick, did you get a chance to take a look at the information that I shared with you? Let's say Miss Pam says, yes, I did. Well, Pam, let me ask you a question. Based on what you saw, would you like to get more information? Let's just say, yeah, she says yes. Now, mind you, I'm pretty new in the company. I'm fairly new, so I don't understand how to answer a lot of questions if she starts asking me questions. So all of a sudden, Miss Pam starts to say, well, tell me a little bit more about this. I want to get some more information. Here's what you say. Listen to this, team. Watch this. Listen, right now, Pam, I've got to be quite honest with you. I'm really just launching the project myself. And so what I want to do, I want to actually put you on the phone with someone that's really helping me do this. Okay. Now you got to understand, Pam, the reason why I'm doing it, I was recently just laid off from my job. Whatever your reason why for building the business, whatever your reason why is, I want you to bring that up to the forefront to your prospect, right? And what I want you to do real quick is I want you to actually talk to one of my senior business partners. This guy is really helping me do this. And what I want you to understand, Pam, is that Mr. Wilkins is actually one of the top executives in the company. It's a multi-million-dollar health and wellness company, as you can see on the video. And but you know what's important is that he's helping a lot of people. So I'm identifying Mr. Wilkins, number one, not by his first name. I'll never call Miss Nina Moore, Nina Moore. I will always call her Mrs. Moore. I will always say that she's one of the top executives. I never ever say, you know what, Nina Moore is a presidential diamond or she is an ambassador diamond. I'll never say that. Why? Because a prospect don't have an idea of what that title means, what that title is all about. However, if I say that Mrs. Moore is a top executive with a multi-million-dollar health and wellness company, and you know what's amazing, guys? She's helping so many other people achieve success. Now, here's what I did. I actually built her credibility up, but then I also put humility into her character by saying she's also helping a lot of people achieve financial success. Now, Pamela, here's what I want to do. I actually want to put you on the phone. She's very busy. So I'm going to also add value to her time. So I'm going to let Pamela Ferguson know, hey, Pam, what I'm going to see if I can do, I'm going to see if I can get Miss Nina Moore on the phone, but I got to be honest with you. She's a very busy person. So if I don't get in contact with her today or right now, I can have her, I can see if I can get her later on, but she's very busy. So when I make that contact, that three-way call contact, I am going to say this, ladies and gentlemen, watch this. I'm going to say, Mrs. Nina Moore, this is Pamela Ferguson. Ms. Moore, she's already had a chance to watch the video presentation and she's very interested. She had a couple of questions about it and I'd love for you to answer some of those questions for her. So Ms. Nina Moore, this is Pamela Ferguson. Pamela, this is my business partner, Ms. Nina Moore. And what I do, ladies and gentlemen, at that point, when I make that marriage connection, when I do that, then I be quiet. I don't engage after that. I don't say things like, Ms. Moore, tell her a little bit more about the comp plan. Ms. Moore, tell her a little bit more about this. Because anytime I come back in and I start telling Ms. Moore what to do, I just de-edified her. Oh my gosh, let me say that again. Anytime, if I put Mr. Wilkins or if I put Miss Stephanie Allen, a diamond consultant, if I put her on the phone with a prospect that I want to enroll on my team, if I put them on the phone and I start to answer or tell them what to do, I literally just de-edified. I want y'all to get that. That is so important. So just remember, edification means I'm building up the credibility. Now, let me pause and make this point. If it's someone that you have a lot of respect for, let's say it's a pastor. I want y'all to understand, we're in the pandemic right now. Everyone, a lot of people, guys, you're going to have people. Now watch this, I'm gonna make a statement. Those people you think will on your list probably won't. Those you think won't probably will. Those you think can do the business probably can't do nothing. But the very ones you think can't do it will come in and tear this business up. That is an old saying in our profession and it still holds true today. So there are some people on your contact list who are what we call these red apples. Now, a red apple is someone like a Nina Moore. It's someone like a Jared Wilkins. It's someone who has great influence. If you want to move fast in your business, then my suggestion, guys, is find people that's in your warm market who are red apples, people that have some influence. Now, the language is going to be a little different, Mr. Wilkins. If I just got just a minute, sir, can I do this part here? Okay, the language is going to be a little different when you're talking to someone who is a red apple. Now, a red apple is, now, some of these people are the easiest ones to get in front of the information based on the fact that what I'm about to share with you. Listen to this closely. If I am calling up a guy who is a pastor, if I'm calling up someone who is a very successful six-figure earner, mind you, everyone's income has shifted. A lot of people income around the country, guys, they have shifted. Regardless of their title, they have shifted. So if they're on your contact list, then you can say things like this here. Listen to this. I want to stroke their ego. Hey, Pam, listen, I know you're very successful in what you do. I know you're in the tax business and I know you're very successful in what you do. But listen, I had a chance to take a look at something to really help me take my life to a whole nother level. because of everything that's been going on with the pandemic, my wife and I, we actually just launched a business project. Now, I know this is not for you. Listen to me. I know this is not for you, but do you mind taking a look at this for me to see if my wife and I made the right business move or not? Listen to me. Do you mind taking a look at something for me to see if I have made the right business move? Listen, I trust you and I value your opinion. These are key words, ladies and gentlemen, when you're talking to someone who's more successful than you. Pam, I trust you. I value your opinion. Can you do me a big favor? Can you just look at this? So if I sent you this link, could you watch this today for me? Because I am really ready to take off with this, but I respect your business decision. Now, here's the thing in the back of your mind. Here's what you're thinking. I'm really showing you because this is something you may be interested in. But it's the language that I'm using just to get them to take a look at it. Does that make sense, team? If it makes sense, just put your hands up real quick if that makes sense to you. All right, appreciate it, guys. So remember, reds stroke their ego. I respect you. I value your opinion, right? I value your time. I'm not sitting here to waste any of your time. I'm taking my life to another level because of this pandemic, and I've launched a project. I've launched a project. And I really need your personal opinion on it. Did I make the right move or not? Guys, if you say that to people who have influence and all of a sudden they become interested in this, that one person can lead you to 100. That one person can lead you to 1,000 if it's the right person. So with that being said, guys, I hope that helped you a little bit in terms of identifying a red, a high green, a green, in terms of when you're making your contact list. So in closing, when you're making your contact list, and I know social media is absolutely hot and popping, but do not leave out the people that's on your contact list, because here's what's going to happen. We just had it happen last week. People that's on your contact list, if you don't call them, listen, if you don't call them with a sense of urgency right now today, I promise you, ladies and gentlemen, somebody else in network marketing in another company, they have the same people on their list, and they're going to call your family members and get them involved in the business. Thank you, partner. Back to you. Thank you, sir.
No, I love what you're sharing and what you're saying, Tracy, because it's so true. Guys, this edification triangle he just covered, it's something you've got to master. You know, one of the things that we teach is pique a person's interest, show them a presentation, and then do a three-way call. I call it PS3, like PlayStation 3, PS3, pique their interest. You know, talk about some of the things that Jennifer was sharing. And Jennifer, I know there was a question that came up in the chat about host-to-post, explaining host-to-post. See, the purpose of that conversation is to put people into your prospecting funnel, okay? To put people into your prospecting funnel. Now, when you look at that, when you look at that, ladies and gentlemen, when you get people into the prospecting funnel, now we got to show them a presentation. Now we've got to give them a sample, right, of product or whatever it is. And then after that, we do a three-way call. I don't put, you know, a prospect on a three-way call that has not seen a presentation or sampled some product, because that's not a prospect, that's a suspect. And what I'm asking my senior business partner to do is to close a suspect. Guys, that's sales. We're not in the sales business, okay? We get paid on sales volume, but we are in the sample-based business, meaning they've got a sample of our product, they've had a sample of the information of what we're doing, they have an idea, because our goal when we get on a call with them is to help them make a decision, bring them to a decision making process. I'm gonna swing the call back over to Jennifer before I go out to Nina again, because we were talking, Nina, about that pulse check. I wanna circle off with a pulse check as well. But Jennifer, I'm gonna come back out to you real quick. Talk about the host to post, what that entails, the purpose behind it, kind of your procedures, because I know there's so many people on here that have put together a contact list, they have talked to their warm market, they have approached them in these types of things, and now they're looking for ways to multiply that experience. I'll go back out to you real quick.
Yes, so the host to post, like exactly what Mr. Wilkins said, it opens up your prospects, it opens up your contacts outside of just your friends. So it opens your business up to your friends' friends. And so the purpose of that is, and it will keep you busy. Like I promise you, you will stay busy. Your list will continue to grow. I have been reaching out and connecting with people all day long. Like sometimes I have to skip time to do host to post because it's a lot, but you enroll a lot. And so, so just to kind of quickly explain it without overloading or overwhelming anyone, but basically it's a drawing. We like to do drawings, okay? And so whenever you're reaching out to the people on your prospect list, many of them who may not have ever purchased from you, this is a good time to get referrals from them. And so you can reach out to them and say, hey, I have a question. I am shooting for my next promotion and I'm super close. I just need your help, or I have a question. And then whenever they say, sure, what's up? And I'll say, you don't have to buy anything, but would you mind putting up a post for me on your wall? And that I'll give you an entry into the drawing. And so the drawing could be anything. I know my team and I, we do $100 drawing every Sunday. We do a live. And so to get them an entry, all they have to do is put up a post, and you give them something simple to put up about a product. And as people are commenting, because my goal is to get at least 5 people to put up a post for me on their page, and all of their friends are commenting. And so I am connecting with them. I'm adding them to my list. I'm connecting with them, able to build relationship, and I'm sharing whatever that product was that they were interested in that I had that friend post for me. And so again, your contact list will continue to grow, your leads list, and I friend them. So I'm adding them as new friends so that now they turn around and see more of what I'm posting. And so the idea of a host a post is simply asking someone to, if they didn't mind, to, in order to get an entry into whatever you want to give. Your entry could be a free 3-day coffee sample. You know, to get an entry into the drawing, I give them something simple to post. Thermophyte is a top one, hair vitamins is another one, cleanse, and of course the Skinny Brew coffee. But after that, whenever I give them something to post, I also turn around and say, hey, not sure if you were interested, but were you also wanting to get in whatever the product I was talking about, because my favorite one that I always talk about is the Thermophyte. And a lot of times the people who are posting for you will be like, well, yeah, tell me about it. And so, but yeah, that's what it is. It's just reaching out to ask someone if they would put up a post for you. I can come back and I can drop the scripts and stuff that I use in the chat. And if you guys have any questions, you can explain it from there. But you will see, like, your list will grow. Like, I have tracking forms and notebooks, and because people will be commenting, and you got to remember to go back to your people's posts to keep up with the people who are interested in that product, and you will sign customers like that. All the customers that I signed last week, I don't know them. I didn't know them. Most of the people that I enroll, customers and distributors, I have no idea who they are. I get them from social media because of my posts, but also the people posting for me. And so that's what it is. It just opens you up outside of your circle, outside of your warm market. Because again, people want and need what we have, but they don't know you. And so I'm becoming friends with my friends' friends.
I love that. I'm becoming friends with my friends' friends. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Well, I appreciate that. And guys, hopefully you're getting some real value from a lot of, what these leaders are sharing. And if you can take one simple nugget or idea and implement it. See, it's the speed of implementation. One of the people I want to highlight before I go out to Nina is Alexander Levy. You know, we talked last week, and fellas, I'm about to challenge us, okay? We talked last week about going live. And I know y'all, I know you hadn't got hair and makeup done, and yeah, amen. But fellas, the fellas stepped up, a couple of the fellas stepped up and started going live, okay? They started going live. Come on, ladies, come on, son, come on, ladies, let's see how y'all do, see? Y'all talking about y'all want more men in the business, you won't celebrate them, amen. But no, I appreciate that. But I want to spotlight Alex, because a lot of times it's you get all this insight, you get this information, but it's a whole different feeling when you can take a nugget that you've gotten from a Mrs. Nina Moore, or from a Mrs. Jennifer Nivens, or Mr. Tracy Fisher, or Mrs. Stephanie Allen, and implement it and get a result. Maybe you don't get a result right away, okay? Maybe you do, but it's the point for me in the business. It's all about, man, I implemented what I heard, what was taught, and here's what's going, especially if it takes you out of your comfort zone. So for me, doing Facebook Lives has always kind of been, the moment they announced, or I guess they released Facebook Live, I was doing, how many of y'all remember Periscope? Were any of y'all on the Periscope Pentecostal ministry? Okay, I was on Periscope, and I was doing Periscope, and Facebook came out with Facebook Live, and Periscope kind of disappeared. So I was just like, okay, I'm going live. And that's before, I guess, the algorithms and all that changed. Remember back in the day, you would get 4,000 views and, you know, all that. I was like, wow, I didn't know that this was out of people's comfort zones to do a live. I didn't know that. I thought getting out of your comfort zone was picking up the phone and make a prospecting phone call. I thought getting out of your comfort zone was getting in front of a room of 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 people and giving a 30-minute, you know, presentation. That, for me, that was getting out of my comfort zone. But to get on live, to press a button and talk, and, you know, I didn't think that was a big deal. But again, remember, we all come from different backgrounds and different experiences. So I want to highlight Alexander Levy. Alex, come on to the line, talk about what that experience has been like of you implementing it in terms of going live. What have been some of the results, and how do you feel as a result of doing those, and what can you recommend for people that are maybe struggling with going live? Like they feel they need to have a whole background set up, and you even talk about maybe what you've been talking about on your lives that's creating some of the results that you're getting. But I'll turn it over to you, partner.
Yeah, so basically, you know, just like Nike, just do it. Nina said, hey, listen, you need to do lives. I understood that if you continue to keep doing what you've been doing, you'll continue to keep getting what you've been getting. So you got to do something different. So nothing changes until you do. So, you know, I said, well, listen, I haven't been doing lives and my income has been here. So can't be any worse, right? So it could only get better. So I look at my income, I look at Nina's income, I see the number of lives she does, I see the number of lives Jared does. So I say, it wasn't difficult to say, hey, if you want to reach their level of income, you got to do the things that those people do. So you just got to do it. Just like riding a bike, the first time you did it, it wasn't great. You fell, skinned your knee, bumped, whatever, but you got back on the bike, you did it over, you did it over, you did it over. Next thing you know, you're riding a bike. So for me, last Tuesday was my first live in a while. Didn't do it because, you know, I'm like, what do I talk about? Right? So, and believe me, once you get started, it gets easier the next time you do it. And, you know, you get encouragement from people when you did it. You know, I thought it was a hot mess express, but people were like, man, you really did good. So I was like, okay. So let's try it again. So Tuesday was the first. I said, well, let's go back. Wednesday, we did it again. Thursday, we did it again. It got a little easier. Friday, we did it again. It got a little easier. Now I'm into the next week. It's Monday. I do it. And now it's like, I look forward to doing it. Now I'm like, well, what do I talk about? And so, you know, today I talked really about, you know, it starts with why. So you really got to figure out what it is. Why are you doing a business? And what is it that you have to offer? And so for me, it was just really interesting that I just didn't want to keep talents to myself. So, you know, really it was just go live. And I'm trying to represent for the men. I know there are a lot of women here in the business that are doing their thing. And I see Mr. Wilkins. And so really, just really wanted to step up. So if you haven't done a live because you don't know what to say or you're nervous about, and I got to tell you, it was crazy sitting talking to my phone with no one there talking back to you. And you're just like, okay, well, I feel like I'm just talking in the mirror to myself. But after a while, and I got to be honest, like in the first couple lives, you know, I put together myself an outline. So I jotted down some notes. So I kind of kept myself on track. And then after a while, I took the training wheels off and now I'm off and running. So like I said, nothing changes until you do. So if there's anything that the leaders tell you to do, it's not, you know, hocus pocus, is focus. Nothing happens from happenstance. You know, if they're telling you to do something, they're telling you for a reason, because they have done it and it's proven to work. So just do it. I'll turn the call back over to you.
What type of views are you getting? Are you getting some good views or any views at all?
Yeah, I'm getting great views. I'm getting good people to follow up with, getting engagement. The text that you sent for the social media tips was very helpful. And the more I do, the more I learn. So it gets easier. So folks, I have to say, if you are afraid to do it anyway. And I can say certainly now, starting to get into a rhythm, into a groove, and just keep it going.
I appreciate that. Glad and happy for you, man. Proud of what you're doing. Proud of the growth that's happening. One of the things I want to give you guys, and Nina, I'm gonna bring you on here in a second, in terms of things to talk about on social media. Remember, people don't buy products; people buy people, right? You know, people. I've heard this my entire career. Oh, we don't sell things, and yes, yeah, you're selling you. Okay, that's why we always say you can't sell a dream looking like a nightmare. But some of the things that you wanna post about are value posts. Number one, always lead with value. Solve a problem to a common question that people have. So topics, what are problems right now that people have? A problem you've had and you've been able to solve it, right? So solve a problem to common questions that people have. How to handle objections. How to get your day started. How do I get my day started? Man, you see these people fired up all. Well, how do you get fired up? What is a question that people have, and you just pay attention, and maybe you can solve it. Boom, I'm gonna go live and talk about that. A lot of my lives are sporadic, like a live I had today. I did a live today, center a conversation I had. Boom, okay, I'm going live. I need to talk about this. Why? Because I know if I'm dealing with it, there's probably 1, 2, or 100 or 1,000 people out there dealing with the same challenge, right? Second thing, recognition posts. Recognize someone on your team for accomplishing something, no matter how big or how small. Recognition posts. You can put that up. All right. So that's why I remember last month we talked about on our mastermind session. Whenever you see a brand new flyer or poster, whatever it is, specifically with people on our team, people connected, man, you need to be sharing that. You take that info, man. I'm posting it. They in my team too. Okay, they are. I'm posting it. I'm putting it up there. Why? Because people are moved by movements. Are you listening to me? People are moved by movements. There's a product out there. It's a liquid vitamin product. Everybody and their mama is posting about this little nasty, this product. And you would think this thing, you know what? It's a movement. They've created a movement around, and guess what? People don't know, they don't know how many minerals of and I'm not here to knock, I'm here to promote it. I'm telling you, they've created a movement around it, and it's 5, 6 of them, 7, 8 of them promoting it constantly. Exactly what Jennifer Nivens was talking about, promoting it. They weren't shamed about it. They're not, oh man, no, they promoting it, and before you know it, it catches on. Now you got this person promoting. Now you got that pastor promoting. Now you got this celebrity promoting it. Now you got this fitness. Why? Before you know it, 1 turns into 10, 10 turns into 100, 100 turns into 1,000, and guess what? It's all over social media. And guess what? We've got products that are superior. You can look at our products, you can look at the results that people have received, and we all know no matter what product you're promoting, somebody at somewhere is going to say, oh, it didn't work for me, I didn't like the taste. That's fine. That's okay. That's normal. And we're not here to convince everybody, because understand, not all things are for all people. But what I am saying is you've got to consistently be promoting it. Number 3, share a story of your struggles and how you overcame them. Be authentic and vulnerable. People will relate to your story and vulnerability. Okay? Man, I'm telling you, when you share vulnerability, people are impressed by your strengths, but they're impacted by your struggles. You struggled with weight. I struggled in my business. I struggled with this area in my business, and I overcame it. Share your struggle and how you've overcome it. Okay, man, I'm struggling with being a good mom, a great wife, and a business owner. I'm struggling with running a full-time job, running a ministry, babysitting, and enrolling cut. Whatever the struggle is and how you overcame it. Number 4, an engagement post. This is social media. Put up a post to ask a question to get people to engage. Something as simple as, what is your favorite color? I put up a post maybe a couple hours ago, and the post I put up was, where y'all going to eat when they let us out? Man, everybody and their mama's on that. Now, all the deep stuff I done posted, all the spirituals, all the great, they liked, commented. I'm like, man, did Facebook go down? What's going on? But I put up a little simple post. Where y'all going to eat? What restaurant are you going to after they let us out of this court? Everybody, from the woodworks, from the window to the wall. I'm going to this, I'm going to that, I'm going to what? Engagement. Okay, so something like that. Call to action post, get to the point and tell people what to do. These are effective in conjunction with all 4 post types that you have. So make sure you're putting something, break up the monotony. Sometimes we can get super deep. Some of us can get spiritual. Some of us even get spooky. All right, break it up, some simple, something engaging that will help. So Nina, I know we had this conversation about a post check. And I want to swing it over to you to talk a little bit about that. And we're talking about pulse check, obviously in the business, but also just pulse check, with some of us that are dealing with this COVID-19, and it's on our doorsteps. People that are being impacted by it, people that have been diagnosed with it, people that have not overcome it, and people that have. And so I want to swing it over to you. Talk about that. Talk about the pulse check of where people are. I know many people right now. We're halfway through the month. It's the 13th, and you're shooting for a goal. You've got a goal to go, Ruby. You've got a goal to build to ambassador, a goal to build to triple, a goal to build to diamond, or whatever that goal is. Talk about, getting that pulse check of where people are and what they can do. And I can tell you, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to start with you speaking it. It cannot be any wavering based upon what you see in the back office. What's more important than what's in the back office is what's in the front office, your calendar, your chart, where you are. It's good to know where you are, okay, in terms of where your volume is and where your people are. That's always great to know. What's even greater to know is where I'm going, and most importantly, how I plan on getting there, okay? So Nina Moore, I'll turn it over to you.
Thank you. This has been so good. I jotted down a bunch of stuff that wasn't said. And is it okay to kind of throw that in there first before we, okay, good. Because there was so much great stuff that was said. To add to Mr. Wilkins, especially because of this time of quarantine and things like that, ask questions like, what should I cook for dinner? I'm so sick of cooking, just to get ideas, right? And when you get when you get a good post that's getting good engagement, the way to keep the engagement is to then go and comment, not just like, but comment on every person who liked it or commented. Comment back. Now, don't do it all at one time. You want to go to the bottom maybe, or go to the top. I like it. It's whichever works easiest for you, and go comment on maybe 5 of them. Like and comment, then go back to it, because what you do is you keep kind of like refreshing that post, and it starts coming back in people's feeds. So when you do have engagement, make sure you're liking and commenting, not just liking it, but make sure you like and comment. A good thing to talk about right now is anxiety. And the reason why it's a good topic to talk about is because we have Confianza. And Confianza is a very great product for stress and anxiety. So we all need to get unified. The reason why they're going viral with that little nasty little thing, that little nasty vitamin that I used to, anyway, is because everybody's doing it at when one of them say, everybody go and put a picture up at 10 o'clock. Everybody does it at 10 o'clock. Not one at 10:15, one at 10:25, one at 11 o'clock, one at 3 o'clock. No. And it's massively going up with the same hashtag. And it's the reason why I was speaking with Mrs. Nivens the other day. She said, if I see one more of them but it is because they listen to the suggestion, because they know, they understand social media, and they understand that we have to move at one time. Everybody has to do the same thing at the same time in order for us to get massive movement about our celery or our skinny brew. And here's a big tip. I love all y'all little stock photos of the skinny brew and all of that, but nobody's gonna buy product from those pictures. You look like a It Works commercial, but they will buy from you when you post a cup of your skinny brew. It don't even have to be your face. You could have the cup of skinny brew out, and you could say, you could even in your language just say, oh my God, I used to drink whatever, Starbucks coffee, and now I'm drinking a French roast, fat burning, blah, 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 blah. Does your coffee make you skinny? Or you don't need to post pictures of skinny brew. I am telling you, it will slow down your algorithm. And you'll be wondering, well, what in the heck? And if you start noticing that you're not getting good engagement, it's probably because you had too much business stuff back to back to back. Now listen, yes, I love posting the calls. Guess what I do now? I go back through and I hide a lot of those posts. You don't have to delete them, because sometimes you want to be able to go back and remember who was on that call. What was that said? Go back and hide some of it. You don't want a bunch of all your lives of watch party, watch party, watch party, watch party, watch party, watch party, watch party. You can change the settings so that it's only you that can see them. Because you don't want a wall full of call. Because that will stop it'll slow down your algorithm. So go through and maybe 2 or 3 times a week, spend 15, 20 minutes cleaning your page so that you don't look so spammy. All right. If you're struggling for social media content, guess what you can Google? Social media content calendar. And it'll come up on Pinterest and it'll come up on Google. It was just, let me see. I just wrote down some stuff while everybody was talking. If you're struggling with doing lives, you can also get your content from your own personal development, but then you should, just like Mr. Levy said, keep it very, very short. Keep it brief. Don't get on there and try to talk for like 30 minutes. Like Mr. Wilkins can preach a whole sermon and he's going to keep the engagement going because he knows when to interject his voice, when to calm, when to be, oh, shucks now. He knows when to get quiet. He knows when to, right? But he's been doing it a long time. So you want to make sure that your first couple of lives should be very, very brief, very, very short. When it comes to even host a post, when I did my first host a post, I asked my dad to post for me. Ask somebody that you know, like your cousin, those people that don't really want to support you. Ask your cousin, ask somebody your niece that gets hundreds of likes on her post. Right? Because she gets good engagement. Ask her to post for you. Hey, my aunt is looking for 10 people that want to lose some belly fat. My aunt is looking for 10 people. My uncle's looking for 10 people who love coffee and want to lose some weight. My aunt is looking for 10 people that's struggling with anxiety during this quarantine time. It doesn't even have to be, it could be anxiety because you're just sick of these kids. You sick of homeschooling. No, seriously, like anxiety is coming in different kind of ways, right? And anxiety and stress will cause us to gain weight. All right? So we take them confidence like candy. Now, for those of you who are feeling stuck, I'm going to tell you something I learned a long time ago. You're not stuck. You're not growing. You're not stuck. You're just not growing. And so here we are now on basically the midpoint of the month, just about. What are we at, the 13th now? Is it the 13th? The 13th, right? We're 2 days away from the midpoint of the month. And now it is time for you to borrow our faith if you don't have any, right? If you're looking at, I got to go Ruby and I'm not even halfway there yet. If I'm not mistaken, Mr. Wilkins, when I went presidential, I think I was still 20,000 short a week before. 20,000, not 2,000, 20,000.
Yep.
Right? And so faith is the substance of things hoped for, worked for, the evidence of things not seen. So I don't care what it looks like right now. If you have written it down, you need to be in the mirror every day. It's going to feel right, quite stupid, right? I don't care how silly it feels. We can crush these goals when you start to believe it. And what you've got to do first is train your mind to believe that you are a Ruby leader. I am a Ruby expansion leader. I am an Emerald expansion leader. I am a diamond. I am a diamond. I have been crushed. I'm a double diamond, doggone it. I want double the trouble. I'm a triple diamond. I want triple the trouble, right? And you got to start speaking those things that are not as though they are. You can't be focused on what it looks like right now. You can't even be focused on the people that told you no. There are people that are dealing with sickness. You don't even know what they're dealing with. Their family members are dying. You have got to know that you cannot focus on that. And what happens is we start to be married to the outcome. You can't even be married up to the outcome. Just keep doing the process. Keep doing the process. Even in your recruiting, stop trying to convince. I'm not trying to convince nobody. Because if I got to convince you, I got to convince you over and over and over again. No, I am going to attract those people who want the same things that I do. I am attracting people with integrity and character. I am attracting people who want to earn an additional $500 a month. I am attracting people who will show up without me having to tell them to show up. I am attracting that. So if you want Ruby and you haven't written it down yet, it is a nightmare. That ain't a dream, it's a nightmare. So go on and repent and write it down. If you want Ruby, it has to get written down. Write the vision, make it plain. Then what do you need to go Ruby? What do you need to go Emerald? Well, those are on your charts in your eSuite. Go into your eSuite and go to Document Library and download your chart because you need to see it. If you cannot print it out, get a piece of paper and write it out. This is Ruby right here. Now, what do you need to go Ruby? You need to be running an 80 volume auto ship. Hello, somebody, because auto ships are non-negotiable. You can't even call your mentors to have a conversation about building and you're not active. What? Get off my phone. You what? We're not running a business. This is business. So you're active with an 80 volume auto ship, or you came in and you boosted your pack with at least 100 volume. Get a skincare kit. It's 100 volume. Now, here we go. You want to go Ruby, and you're launching your business in your first 48 hours. In your first 48 hours. We're not saying write 100. See, some people think I got to invite 100 people to my first call. No, it's the first call. But I do want at least your 5 to 10 sharpest people. We want the hard stuff. Do the hard stuff first. Now, we're going to invite them to your first call because our goal in your first 24 to 48 hours is to get what? Everybody get there. We want 7 customers at least 60 volume, or go on and get your 6 customers with a skincare set. Why am I saying skincare? It's 100 volume. Would y'all like to know how Marwa Ali gave herself a $400,000 raise in 30 days? I'm about to shout. I said that number out loud again. She gave herself a $400,000 raise in 30 days because all of them, they tell their customers, yeah, you need to get this skincare. We need to wash our face. Care about you. You can lose weight later, but we're going to wash our face right now. Right? Everybody comes in with skincare. It's 100 volume. Can somebody say it's 100 volume? Come on, somebody. Now, if everybody goes and gets their 6 loyal customers, what's happening, Mr. Fisher? Every leg is 600 volume. Every leg is 600 volume. Every leg is 600 volume. You're Ruby in no time. Here's the problem. We won't write the list. We won't write the vision. We won't make it plain because we're saying, oh, you know what? I know they ain't gonna join no way because they dealing with Corona. You don't know what a person's gonna do. You might be the keys to their freedom. And we have a fiduciary responsibility to assist people that are hurting right now. So now what we gotta do is repent. Go on. Go and apologize because you'd have made some decisions for some people. Aren't we glad that that Mr. Wilkins didn't overlook calling us? Aren't you glad that Mrs. Bivens didn't overlook calling you? Aren't you glad that Mr. Fisher didn't overlook calling you, and Coach Juarez and Stephanie Allen? And aren't you glad that somebody didn't overlook calling you, didn't make a decision as to what you were or weren't going to do? So some of your businesses are not flourishing because you're killing it with your mouth. Speak those things that are not as though they are. And every single day, you need to be up calculating this volume. So it's temperature check time. It's time to take a pulse check. One, the first pulse you got to check is yours. Are you in an object in motion stays in motion, but an object at rest remains at rest? Are you an object in motion? Now, I'm going to tell y'all something. I put in a loyal customer Easter Sunday morning, about 8 something in the morning, from somebody that I followed up with at like 12 o'clock at night the night before, right? Now, I want y'all to understand something. My aunt passed away on Saturday. And I still, Sunday morning, put in a loyal customer. Now, here's the deal. And I'm not patting my back. I'm sharing a story with you, right? Here's the deal. Now, for the last 2 days, everybody's like in the witness protection program. That does not mean that I'm going to stop reaching out to people. It just means that I'm having 2 days that are like a little, guess what's going to happen, Mr. Wilkins, if I keep on reaching out to people that I've been following up with and following up with and following up with. Eventually, somebody's going to say, I'm so glad that you reached back out to me. I've been meaning to go ahead and order that skinny brew. It's still 2 for $49. So now, even the people that I reached out to remind them that the deal was ending on Sunday, guess what, y'all? They think the deal ended Sunday. How many of them now are we going to reach back out to and say, hey, we still got that deal? Do you know anybody that washes their face? Because if you know somebody that washes their face, I mean, I know you say you don't need to lose no weight. You don't drink coffee. You don't like caffeine. You don't drink tea. You just nothing. You don't want none of this stuff because you good. You healthy. Do you wash your face? We got soap. See, we do have something for everybody. And so excuses are the tools of the incompetent. And those that use them seldom have any luck. We got to say deuces to excuses. So what you got to do today is look at your volume. If you're structured for Ruby, you want to go in and go to volume by distributor and look at the 3 people that are sitting there for you to go Ruby, right? So you got Ronnie, Bobby, and Ricky. Bobby, Ronnie, and Ricky, they're on your front line, right? Now you're going to say, I need 2,000 volume. You've got your 7 customers, and let's just say that you personally are at about 400 volume. Great, right? Because you do know from 2,000, if you get 3 people underneath you that only have 400 volume, that's only 1,200. There's still some unaccounted volume that you need. It's simple math. Rubies need 2,000 volume. If you have 400, now you need 1,600 volume. And the legs underneath you, if they only go for 400, you're only going to be at 1,200 with them. Plus your 400 is what? Come on, y'all. 1,200 plus 400 is what? Okay. So you
1,600.
There you go. You're still needing 400 volume. Where does that come from? That comes from duplication. Because here's the deal. Now you've got 3 business partners that need to launch. And they need to go get their 3 business partners. 3-9-27, 3-9-27, 3-9-27. It's the name of the game. It's a 3-9-27. Your 3 turns into 9. Those 9 turn into 27. We got to keep duplicating the system because guess what? The people on your front line, they may not catch yet. They may take a little minute. They might come back around at another time. But so don't ever negate somebody that's there, at least running an auto ship or something like that. Now, if that front line is not producing, if they're not in production, then you go to the next set of people. And sometimes you even end up having to work around people. Sometimes you got to work around people. So if you're right here at your chart and you're trying to go Ruby and you've got 3 legs here, and let's just say, let me draw it out. Let's just say this one leg has 2 people, right? Let's say this one leg actually has 2 reps. Now this person has gotten 8 customers. This person let's just say that person has 1 business partner, right? Let's say this one has 2 business partners, but let's say this person here is not doing anything. But this person went and got 5 loyal customers. Who am I working with? This one. I'm going down here to work with this one. Because this one got customers. This little piggy went to the market. This little piggy had none. This little piggy had roast beef. No, I'm working with the little piggy that went and got some roast beef. So you don't get stuck on, oh, but it's got to be. No, it don't have to be them. Because cream rises to the top. It rises to the top. So it doesn't matter. You don't have to stay stuck thinking that you only can work with this person. No, that's called tap rooting. Tap root your way down through the lace, because guess what? 9 out of 10. Mr. Wilkins, you did an analogy on a call. If I stand right here and I say, Mr. Wilkins, the brown cow has yellow spots and green feet, right? Now, Mr. Wilkins, by the time we get to just the second level, right? The brown cow is going to have orange spots and pink sneakers. Then by the time we get to the 3rd level, Coach Juarez, it's going to be the brown cow. Ain't got no spots. And he had on black boots, right? Now, here's the deal. We're thinking and believing that this person is solid. The person we brought in. We know they solid. They've watched the welcome videos. They've launched their business because they got 2 business partners. But then this person that solid hasn't even logged into their e-suite. That solid person hasn't done nothing else. It's okay. That solid person brought you the little piggy that went and got roast beef. So you got to tap root down. Go work with the little piggy that brought roast beef, because that little piggy that brought roast beef may go get 5 business partners who all go get their loyal customers, and then you get all of the volume that you need from somebody else. Does this make sense? Is this making sense, everybody? Don't get stuck. Don't get stuck on just your first line of people or just the people that you've sponsored. Go tap root down and go help the people because they may not have gotten the information from the person you thought was solid. And you're thinking they just don't want to work. They don't know. They might not even know there was a training. They might not even know that there was an opportunity call. You gotta go down and start helping some of the other people, because you just might find your Nina Moore, your Tracy Fisher, your Nivens, your Wilkins down in them legs down there. You never know. They might just be saying, if I could just get a little help. Because when I was in my first company, Mr. Wilkins, had I had a little bit of help, I'd have went platinum president. I had no help. And the people that I enrolled with, let me explain it to you. The people that I enrolled with, they were great retailers, right? But I was outworking them. And because I was outworking them, right, Mr. Wilkins? And because I was outworking them in that particular comp plan, if I passed them in the comp plan, they lost my entire leg. It was like you disappeared. So nobody would help me. So you don't know who you've got sitting down in your legs, that if they just got a little bit of help, a phone call. Hey, I see you put in 5 customers. How do you find their phone calls? You go in your e-suite and click their name. And guess what's going to come up? Their phone number. All right, back to you, Mr. Wilkins.
And that's so important, because you know what? There are a lot of companies, they do not provide you with people's telephone numbers. I've been involved in companies, and they are opposed in the back office, in your e-suite, to giving you a person's number or any contact information of people in your organization. Okay, and it works. They're like, no, here's their number, here's their email, reach out to them. So don't ever be afraid to reach out to people in the group. I know my wife said that lifelines, those are so important. A lifeline is really an introduction to the support system. Okay, so when I bring in a new distributor, one of the things I do is I introduce that person to 2 to 3 other people in my upline. Okay, why? Because I cannot give you all You know, all that you need won't come out of me. All right. And some of y'all need to stop trying to be everybody's Messiah. I'm not your Messiah. I cannot save you. I cannot build it for you. I can't do it all for you. All of the information will not come from Nnamdi Jared Wilkins Agoma, my full government name. Okay? All of it will not come from me. That's why we have mastermind sessions. That's why we have that's why we have lifelines. That's why we have three-way calls. That's why we have all of these various people and team structures and culture in place, so that people that want to succeed, you plug in and you can get that. Any closing comments real quick from any one of the leaders, rubies and above, whatever it is, you can come on and close us out. Any comments, questions that we did not hit on tonight? We want to hit on those real quickly, and then we'll be ready to dismiss.
What time are we going to post in the morning? All of us should post a skinny. We should all do it at the same time.
What time y'all going to be up?
Well, so I'm trying to think, because for you all, it's an hour behind us.
Yes.
So if we do 10 in the Eastern Standard Time, that's 9 o'clock y'all time, which is about the time that people are.
Okay.
All right. What we do? 10 o'clock, y'all? Everybody 10 and 9?
Guys, yeah, we need everybody's buy-in on this for it to work.
Everybody.
We need everybody, Lottie Dottie and everybody. Well, I didn't get my hair done. Ain't nobody got their hair done.
No, they don't even have to show their face. They just post a picture of them with the skinny drink, or you know, you can take a picture and put the cup to your mouth like this. It doesn't have to be like your full face.
Yeah.
Right. So, Mrs. Nivens, what's the hashtag we should be? We got to be careful, because Skinny Brew people have started Skinny Brew pages on Instagram. So
what hashtag are we using for this?
Come
on, marketers. Come on, Zion.
Let's
my medication is wearing off. All right.
10 a.m. coffee conversation.
So we said 10 a.m. Eastern. That's 9 Central. We all gonna post. That's Lottie Dottie and everybody. We're posting with our cups. You know, I'm gonna have hair and makeup done. You know, I'm gonna be right. I'm gonna be right now. Don't worry. I'm gonna have my skinny brew, my coffee, all of that. We're gonna post
it on Freedom in a Cup. Okay. I like quarantine must have. I like that.
Who said quarantine must have?
Quarantine must have. Stephanie Mabu. Yeah, I like that.
Quarantine must have.
Must have.
Freedom in a Cup.
We should do Freedom in a Cup, fat burning coffee.
10 a.m. is coffee conversation. I'll post before I go live. Yes, I'm down. Quarantine must have. Okay.
I like that. All right. So come on, y'all. Write those down. Put them in your phone.
Fat burning coffee.
Quarantine must have. Hold on. We'll do quarantine must have. Everybody, please make sure you spell quarantine right.
Pamela's off her medication too. Thank you, Pam.
Quarantine must have. How about coffee with benefits?
Wow, that's close right there, man.
You know, coffee with benefits and freedom in a cup.
Coffee with benefits.
And freedom.
Brew and new you. Okay, brew and new you. Come on, we need some just real, we need some with some swag. Come on, fellas, what we all, I mean, once you go black, you don't go back. I mean, what we posting? Come on.
So the marketing says 3 cups and you won't go back.
3 cups and you won't go back. Okay. The brew that pays. I like that. Brew for you. You need more medication.
All right, let's start tomorrow's with those 3.
Which ones? What do we agreed on?
Coffee with benefits and freedom in a cup.
All right, I got it.
All right,
Nina, text that to me so I can send it out to the group.
Yep, I'm gonna do it.
Guys, let's post that tomorrow. So that's 9 a.m. Central. Hair and makeup done. Have your gear on. Be dressed. Whatever you're gonna do. I mean, come on. You know how you do. Do what you do, right? If you want to be dressed up and suited and booted, you can. If you want to be geared up, you can. If you want to be rolled up out of the bed in your PJs, that's fine too. We taking everybody. The doors of the quarantine cathedral are wide open. All right. So tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central. Get the word out. Send it to your groups. Tell them we are posting with a purpose tomorrow. All right? So that's tomorrow. We're going to kick it off tomorrow. We're going to see if you follow instructions tomorrow. Some of y'all going to post at 11:30. I already know you. I know how you do. Come on, man. I tried. I forgot. No. Set the alarm right now.
Set it now. Yeah, quarantine must have.
Quarantine must have. Freedom in a Cup Friday. And what's our third one?
No, just Freedom in a Cup.
Freedom in a cup.
Oh, I'm sorry. Freedom in a Cup. I'm sorry. Freedom in a Cup. Quarantine must have. Coffee with benefits.
Coffee with benefits.
Okay.
And what happens is it goes viral, you all, when everybody does it at the same time.
Somebody said we need to do the little don't rush challenge. And then my wife said we're going to do the little savage challenge. I'm just kidding. She hates those two things.
If we do the don't rush, long as Portia's going to edit the video, we good.
Look. Let's get this one right first. Let's get just posting first. Before y'all gonna rush out and fall out. So we're gonna do, she says she'll edit it. We'll do the don't rush, but we're gonna do the don't rush as long as y'all go ahead and post tomorrow.
No savage, because I'm not a savage. I'm a wife.
No, I'm a
mom. And they told me I wasn't a savage. So
we're gonna leave that to the young millennials.
It was great.
Up-and-coming millennials. All right, so good. Tomorrow, 10 a.m. So again, let's recap, Nina. Let's recap, Tracy, Jennifer. We're posting with a purpose. We've got our skinny brew, right? I mean, however you want, however you gonna do it. I mean, I'm gonna be fly. I'm telling you right now, mine's just gonna be strong.
You can even say what's in your. You can even act like it's a what's in your cup? Just make it fun. Make it a fun picture. Fun.
So we're posting it on our Instagram? Are we putting it in our stories, our pages? We're all over.
All over. Put it in.
So
here's the deal. It should be on your Instagram wall. You should also post it in your stories, telling people from your stories new post to go look at it. But yes, you should always post it in your story and put the hashtags in your stories as well as on your wall in the comments.
Got it. Guys, I'm telling you right now, mine's gonna have, I ain't gonna tell you what, it's gonna be color coordinated. That's number one. Okay. Number two, it's gonna be a lot of things available in. I mean, I'm gonna have like 32 customers tomorrow.
Even if you have a picture of you already with the skinny brew, you can use the same picture. It's using the hashtags. So you can even take the picture now tonight. It doesn't even have to be real skinny brew in the cup, ladies and gentlemen. It's marketing.
Yeah, it's marketing, but make sure y'all have it in there because I don't want you false advertising. I want y'all to have
something in your cup. I mean, but I'm just saying, it doesn't even have to be a new picture. It can be an old picture that you already have, right? If you're a brown skin girl, make sure the cup has a brown hand, right? Oh, wow. Make sure it has a brown hand so people think it's you, right? Mm-hmm. That's just marketing. I'm not like, that's not a slur, that's marketing, right? And,
that's right.
And it could be a picture. It could be a picture of someone else, as long as
Man, I'm ready to do my picture right now. Y'all messing with the wrong one.
I'm already posing, Portia. Get your husband.
I'm ready. I mean, honey, come take my picture. I'm ready to go in. I'm posting at 9 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. East. I'm ready to go now. I mess around and do 13 little pictures and post them all at the same time. Don't mess with me. I know how to play team ball. Go ahead, Tracy.
Listen, I was just going to say, man, listen, to the ones that stayed on this broadcast tonight, guys, you guys were so blessed tonight. Miss Nina, thank you so much. Miss Jennifer, thank you so much. You've helped some people tonight. And so we appreciate you ladies so much. And Mr. Wilkins, thank you, sir. Guys, you got to understand now, we can't be around each other right now. So we all have to look forward to getting together. You know what I'm saying? We all have to look forward to getting together. So, sometimes we're over an hour. We're over 30, 40 minutes. But, we're all at home. You know what I'm saying? We're all at home. And so, sometimes games are won in overtime. That's right. And sometimes those are the best games, man. When you got them overtime games, why? Because you never know what Miss Jennifer Nevis is going to say. You never know what Ms. Nina is going to say, and you certainly never know what Jared Wilkins is going to say, but it's going to be a blessing for you. So for the new people, welcome to Build It For Your Last Name. Welcome to this family, guys. And man, listen, I cannot wait until next week. Big group hug, guys. Love you guys so much. Thank you, man. Big
Appreciate y'all. Let's post. I
Quarantine.
don't know. I may have on a medium shirt, you know. I may have on a long collar. I don't know what I'm gonna do. It's just, I feel the anointing of this post coming. All right, so send me the links. I mean, send me the. What'd you say, Nina?
A wig and a cape. You putting on a wig and a cape?
First of all, we need to really recognize that these curls are coming in real strong. That's number one. Number two, go. See, I ain't fooling with y'all tonight. All right. Good night, everybody. 9 a.m. Make sure let's post it. We got the hashtags coming to you. Appreciate y'all for being on. God bless you. God bless your families. God bless your dreams. We'll see y'all tomorrow, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. We're back. Opportunity Call.